So it typically fits between digital, that being this ever expanding list of ways that customers want to talk to the insurance industry, and actually suppliers, partners want to talk to insurers, MGAs, brokers, etc. Uh, Gone are the days where it was just a website. Now it's a quote and buy website for sales. Maybe it's policy administration through a mobile app. Maybe it's chatbot for claims servicing. Maybe it's through SMS. Maybe it's through direct messages on Twitter or Facebook. Lots and lots of channels coming in this ever expanding set of requirements around digital, being flexible and automated in there. At the back, then, we've got this idea of the core. So the core here is the things that administer all of those policies, administer the claims, administer the quotes, make all of this stuff happen, and do that in a regulatory compliant way. Which means different things if you're a broker or an MGA or an insurer. But the core is this idea of the engine that runs the business. And the middle tier then serves as the glue between the two, the translation layer, the jam in our sandwich, if you like. So we're going to talk a little bit about how does the middle tier talk to interact with digital. What does it mean between middle tier and core? And then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of those ingredients that go into that middle tier as well. So, middle tier to digital is really about RESTful APIs. RESTful APIs, open APIs, whatever you want to call them. That's the key driver, or the engineering discipline, the solution that's dominant at the moment. There are some places with GraphQL APIs make sense, particularly in heavy data applications. But for the most part, it's about middle tier surfacing up an API that all those different digital layers can tap into easily in a way that's native to those digital layers now. But actually the brains, the design, the data, and all of that sits behind the API. If we then look at below the API, the middle tier, this is about how does the middle tier talk to the core. The optimal case here would be that actually that would be through APIs as well. But as discussed, sometimes those legacy systems, those older systems that you want to reuse that still have value, but they don't have an API. So you get this idea of direct integration capabilities that might be part of that middle tier. So tapping directly into some of those old systems, maybe directly into the data sources as well. And we're also seeing folks deploying RPA in there as well. So using robots to drive the legacy systems and create the appearance of an API, create the appearance of this integration for use. So this is allows the middle tier. You can see now that the middle tier needs to be quite. There needs to be some intelligence there, some rules in there, so that it can translate the API that you want to offer to all of these digital tiers into something that then the core can understand and translate those different interaction mechanisms between the different core systems and hide some of that complexity.